What's happening, YouTube? What's up, Timo and Empire World? Welcome back to yet another very educative episode here on this channel. My good name is Mo. In case you're here for the very first time, karibu sana nyumbani and feel at home. And to all of you that have been supporting us by subscribing, by watching, by sharing, by liking, by leaving your comments, by telling us the kind of content that you like, we can never thank you enough. May God bless you so much, guys. Anyway, on this video, I'm taking you all the way to Joska Kamulu. Mala. I'm going to show you how we do drip irrigation there, because as they say, you can take a villager from the village, but you can never take out the village from a villager. Yeah, so deep down, I'm still a village girl, so I am still interested in farming here and there. So every time I get an opportunity, I do it. So let's start by me showing you a tour of the farm that we are going to be working with. Here is a water source, by the way. I'll explain that one later. And here is where we're supposed to have a meter to just monitor the amount of water you're using so that you can pay for them. I think it's about 100 bob per unit. Now, this is the shamba. This is what we're working with. You can see it has been cultivated. They had tried to make some beds. I'll show you what beds are, but they didn't come out quite well. So we'll have to redo them again. Anyway, let's move on. There are fruits. You can see orange trees, pawpaw trees, there are bananas. And this place here, this was a nursery for onions. That's why we didn't cultivate it. But now we are ready, since all the onion seedlings have already been transplanted. As you can see, the shamba is quite big. 3 acres is actually a big shamba. So it goes all the way from where you have those dry maize there. Yeah, you can see by the dry maize there. And it's just at the road, next to the road. So you won't struggle getting there. Now, this is what I'm talking about. These are the beds, but they are not up to standard. The space in between one bed should be about a meter, and also they should be a bit raised. This one's the work was not done well. What we see here are drips. So basically, if you're doing drip irrigation, you have to have beds, and then you have to have drips. The drips are going to go all the way from this side to the other side. They have small holes, which I'll show you, so that you minimize the water wastage. And this one's here where you can see places where we've left uncultivated, like here, and there's another one there. I don't know whether you can see it. There's a water pipe that runs from top to bottom. That's the pipe that is connected to the drips. That's the pipe that supplies water to the drips. And the drips are connected to the water pipe using takeoffs and drip connectors. I'll show you how a complete picture looks like after everything has been put together. Anyway, so there's this one. There's one pipe here, and there's another one on the other side. They're like three large water pipes. So this is the shamba that we are working with. It goes all the way to, where you can see the trees down there. And on this side, it also goes all the way to where you see the trees at the farthest side. So, it's quite a big shamba. I would like us to walk the journey together. So I will be showing you a tour after we've planted, or maybe during harvesting time, or when the French beans are ready. Oh, I didn't tell you what you're planting. On this farm, we are going to plant French beans, but you're not limited to planting French beans. You can plant anything from maize to vegetables to whatever you want. Drip irrigation is just an easier way of irrigation where you save on water, and you can also plant when it's not during the rainy season. And that's going to put you at a very good place in the market, since when it's not raining, the supply tends to go down. So this is a perfect way to plant whatever you want. So I plan to take you throughout the entire journey. That's why I said I'll bring you guys back. And I also would like to show you a shamba, like a neighbor's shamba, where they've already laid the drips and they're already planting other things that are not French beans for today. Yeah. Do you see these weeds? They're still harvesting the maize. They're not yet done. But there are these weeds around here where we have the what are they called? Where we had the nursery, where we have the oranges, where we have the source of water. Please make sure to take care of them. Either do some weeding. If not weeding, just spray them dry because they're going to be a harbor for insects and pests to destroy your plants. Anyway, this is how takeoff looks like. So they're basically holes on either side, and this is where you put your drip connector. This one here is the drip connector. You can turn it off or on. I hope now it makes more sense to you how we're going to lay this down. Then this here is the drip. I hope you can see those small holes. I'm trying to zoom in. Yeah. So that is where the water passes through during irrigation. After you lay them down, you first turn on the water, see where the holes are, and that's where you plant. That's where you plant so that you don't waste a lot of water. Yeah. Then up here, we have the solar panels. This is the energy we use to pump the water to the farm because we're using borehole water. So everything is sorted and we are consuming less energy because this is directly from the sun. You only need to get enough solar panels, and that is what we use here. Now let's go to the farm. This neighbor was generous enough to let us film. Yeah, and this is his farm. He's getting ready. They're already making beds. So the water is pumped to the tank first, and then it goes to wherever you want. So you can see there are these, I don't know what to call them, they're like ropes. Ply ropes, I guess. So these are used to measure the distance between the beds. We say the bed is supposed to be 1 meter wide, and then also to make sure that it's a straight line. So what you normally do, you tie it on one side and then you straighten it up to the other side. So it's going to be like you're using it to mark. It's like a ruler to show you how a straight line looks like from this end to the other end. So this is how the beds look like. You see they're very well raised and the distance apart is even. So that's why we needed those ply ropes to make sure that the distance is even. It's exactly 1 meter apart. So we're going to plant here on the raised side of the bed where the bed is right on top. That's where you're going to plant. These are old drips from the previous time they were irrigating. So yeah, basically this is what we see. All those are drips that were being used previously, which are not being used right now. But in case they're still in good shape, they can still use them. There's no limit to the number of times you can use. I know you can see the drip connectors there. And this is just napier grass for the cows. So here are the drips, 2 on each bed. You can see the way they are connected. And then they have already planted. This is spinach. This one is planting vegetables. So there's spinach, there's kunde. I'm not sure, it's kunde cowpeas. Yes, there's kunde, there's spinach, there's skuma, there's kienyeji. So yeah, you see, that's how you plant all the way from here to the top. And then these are drip connectors. So this is where there's the source of water. And then the other side, they're just going to have you tie them onto something. Some use like a metallic stuff. Others will just use woods, but metallic are more long lasting. Do you see how that farm looks like? Different types of vegetables. This is something different. Now this is konde. The other one was spinach. Up there is skuma. Yeah, skuma wiki. In 2 to 3 weeks, this is going to be the most spectacular sight. Green all over the place, just like this one here. See, this is coriander. Do you see the beds? See the beds? So that's how they plant them on top of the beds. There are drips there. You can't see them clearly, but yes, they are there. Just imagine this green during a dry season in Kenya. Yeah, prepare to be wowed as I show you how our farm looks like in the next video, guys. We are on to the next, but until then, peace and we are out.